Hi, my name is Andrew Jagow, and I am a high school science teacher here at Falls. Today I'm going to go through and talk about how I use Canvas and various other tools to make things accessible to my students. One of the big things I do is I embed a Google slide, which is very common in terms of creating a accessibility window, as I call it, for kids to access things. And this accessibility window here is going to be up on my smartboard. And when a student logs into my course, selects it, the home page is set as this. And it's going to go through the details of the day. It's going to link anything that they need digitally and really gives them a chance to see, hey, what are the learning targets that I have? Do I have any homework due in the next day or two? And what are we going to work on in chronological order? Now, I like to do these Google Slides by unit. So this is unit 2, physics on motion. Every day will be a new slide. And right now I have Thursday up because tomorrow is Thursday, so it's ready to go for my students. And I always take that slide from yesterday, Wednesday, and move it to the bottom. Now that's just my style. Other teachers do different things, but my kids know that whatever they miss, they need to go to the bottom. The reason I like that is because then my next slide that I'm working on is right here. And that would be Friday, and things are nice, neat, and organized. So, for example, let's say a student is going to be working on an activity. I might have it in paper that they can grab up front, but let's say it's a digital copy. How would I use that? And sometimes in math and science, it can be a little tricky. So let's say I open up this worksheet, and this is something that I print in paper. This is practicing speed and velocity. I have the problem here, and this is where they'd show work. Now, we got a great tool here, and this is another accessibility tool called Equatio. And I use this with kids who want to use things digitally. And what's nice is they can either write with their hands. So this problem, I need to take 100 divided by 20. And notice that that'll pop up over here. And if my handwriting's bad or if I want to add things, I can edit this window over here, and then in the bottom right, I can insert it. Upon inserting that, it'll dump it as an image right into here, and they can move on. So some stuff kids could type, but this is just a nice little tool to really make it neat and organized, especially for those kids that have not so great handwriting. Now, when kids are done with that, one of the major things that we deal with digitally is, okay, how do I turn this in? Well, if you notice at the bottom of the assignment, I have in yellow a submit button. And what that's going to hyperlink is to where they need to turn that in Canvas. And one of the big things I use is just a copy of the URL. So a kid would click here, they would get a button that looks a little different than the one that's going to show up. This is the student view. So here we go. So they'd submit assignment, and all they would need to do is take their document, copy the URL like I did there, drop it into here, paste it, and hit submit, and they're done. And I have access to that, which is really nice. So any digital assignments I can sift through. Kids have ease of access, and also kind of working through the worksheet as well. They can use their stylus or just type. So that makes it all really nice. Moving forward, how do I go about organizing things in terms of my accessibility? Well, everything is organized in a module for me by unit. And there's no rhyme or reason. You'll see people that will indent these, give them specific titles. I put my unit, I dump everything in. And whether it's a worksheet, a quiz, you name it, it's all in there. Because all I want out of this after I make it is the link. So if I want to take this sig fig quiz on math, I'll open it up. I'll copy this link, which this is student view, this would look different. And then I might say something like, here, click here for this little quiz to check for your understanding. And that way, kids can easily access it, complete it, turn it in, and I can get that feedback pretty quick. So using Canvas, using these Google Slides, using these hyperlinks, and keeping things fairly organized in my modules, my information is organized and accessible to my students, eliminates a lot of those questions of where do I need to turn this in, how can I go about doing this, and this is only scratching the surface. You'll notice a lot of other teachers have some excellent other tools they use to kind of streamline that accessibility. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know, and hopefully